How to invest in property for a limited company. In this YouTube video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know to start investing in UK property using a limited company. So, you want to invest in property, you've seen Homes Into the Hammer, you know the fantastic yields you can get, and you quite like the idea of being a landlord. Well, for tax reasons, a limited company is quite often the best way. The reasons for this are that since 2016, that it used to be quite common to own properties in your own name, but they changed it, and basically mortgage interest, which is a big cost, it's probably the largest cost you will pay as a property investor. This is the interest you pay on your mortgages. When you borrow money from the banks, they're going to charge you 3, 4, 5% for this, and as a result, it's a cost that you pay, and you used to be able to get tax relief on this as an expense, just like you think you would, but they changed the rules, and now now individuals owning property in their own name don't get it, but limited companies still do. So for this reason, a lot of landlords chose to move into limited companies to save tax. So the first thing you'll want to do is set up a limited company. There are a number of different ways of doing this. You can set up an ordinary limited company if it's yourself, you're not worried about inheritance tax. If yourself as a shareholder and director, you can do this pretty easily. Company's house, put £1 share capital, £1 share, use a different registered office address because remember this is shown on company's house. Use SIC code 68209, letting of real estate, and job done pretty much for the vast majority of people. There are different ways to set up your company though. I've done loads of YouTube videos on this, such as by having alphabet shares, freezer shares, because a limited company can be a very flexible opportunity. Basically, you can structure it as a family investment company and have different share classes, bring different generations in and save tax. But that's not the scope of this video. Basically, you've got a limited company set up and you want to start investing in property through it. That's what we're talking about here. So you've set the limited company up and now you need to start finding properties, and then when you're applying for mortgages and speaking with your broker, it's your company that's going to be buying the property, not you personally. That's one thing to remember. You're the director and shareholder, so you still have to provide them with personal guarantees and a lot of personal information, but it's the company that's going to be the legal owner of the property. So once you've bought the property, where you put an offer in the company's name, you give them proof of funds via the company bank account. So when you've got the bank account set up, what you want to do is transfer the money from your own personal savings or the business account that you're using it from. You transfer it from your trading business, for instance, into your property investment company. This could either be a director's loan or an intercompany loan. Again, tons more videos on that topic on the YouTube channel. Transferred that in, you've now got your business bank account with 50 or 100,000 pounds in it. You can show this to the estate agent as proof of funds so they take your offers seriously and basically present your offer to the vendor. Then, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to get the mortgage offer, go through the whole rigmarole of getting the mortgage and all that kind of stress, get all that sorted all in the company name, and then after a couple of months of hard work and a bit to and fro, you should be the proud owner of a new investment property. Then what's going to happen is you're going to rent this to a tenant, and it's going to be your limited company that's listed as a landlord, listed on the EPCs, the gas safety and all of that kind of stuff. That's what is going to be basically the main entity, because your limited company is the legal owner. And then when your tenant starts to pay you rent, this is going to have to go into your company bank account, because again, a company is a completely separate legal entity, so all of the property income and all the expenses need to go through the company bank account. So all of that rental income is going to go into the company, and all of the expenses you pay, you'll use the company card, company credit card to pay for that, all the mortgage interest payments, that will all go through the company bank account. And at the end of the year, all of this will get recorded in the company's accounts. So you have your total rental income at the top in your sales figures, your revenue figures, then all of the costs that you've deducted throughout the year. Then at the end, you'll be left with your profit. And then at the moment, you'll pay corporation tax on this at 19%. But for most businesses next year, it's going up to 25% as a main rate of corporation tax. There is the small profits threshold. Check my other YouTube videos for details on that. And you've got to pay this tax 9 months and 1 day after the company's year end, and file confirmation statements, limited company accounts and a corporation tax return as well. So there we go guys, that's the to and fro of it. That's the long and short, how you invest in property using a limited company. For most people it is the best option, but you always need to seek professional advice to run the numbers. Hope you find this video useful. Please do give it a big thumbs up.